Before Earth, when our species manufactured our first planet, human technology already mastered the 3D printing of all elements at any scale. So we 3D printed the layers closer to the surface to resemble natural rocky planetary formations in order to design and develop the ideal biosphere capable of sustaining our biological life form on the surface so we can interact with the elements required for our existence, including breathing oxygen, drinking water, sun staring, growing and raising food sources, and everything else. As you can see, now that I have explained uh, to a large extent the fundamental inner workings of our technology at a systems level, structurally speaking, so you can see the end state, the result of that, which is us biologically inhabiting the surface of our planets and enjoying this beautiful thing that we call life, right? So how is it possible that we, as the energy of creation, consciousness and self-awareness itself at the biological scale, conceived this, created this? Well, we did that through technology. And one of the technologies that we use to create is what is commonly known today as 3D printing. Why 3D? Because 3D is this idea of three dimensionality, which is this ability of having real objects, right? Real things. Like, for example, this is a real object, right? A leaf is three-dimensional, right? Because it exists, it's solid, its energy has a reading, right? So because we understand the readings of energy of everything that exists, isotopically speaking, at any structure, organic, inorganic, biological, it doesn't really matter. We can just we just render that specific signature at any scale. It's like a drawing, but we have the infinite energy to support it with our core, manifesting that, right? So just generating that energy, and we just have the reading of that, and we just essentially run that sequence, and then we just render it. We manifest the specific thing that we want. It could be just a plant, it could be anything we want, because we can create anything that is possible. And our surface essentially is that, it's like a canvas. If you think of our surface, it's a canvas. You see, because we have all the energy that we need, and we have all the readings and the signatures that we need, and the canvas is our surface. So on the surface, we create anything that we want. And when we created this surface, this, as we have it, we decided at the time as a species on this planet to create it the way it is, with the continents that we have, the lands and territories that we have, the landscapes that we have, and everything that you see. You see, because water itself, it was the planet, as I explained in previous videos, that has the natural abilities to bind oxygen and hydrogen that is created by the sun, and we absorb it through our atmosphere, and that gets binded isotopically, and then it precipitates as water. So we have water bodies, right? Fresh water and all that. And because the system of the planet has all sorts of regulations, we can have all sorts of filters and all sorts of systems and screenings to make sure that we have a specific purity level and freshness quality and everything of air, oxygen, water, everything, fresh water. And because the surface is not just the surface, it has layers under it, all inorganic, they're materials, right? They're all sorts of things, soils and things like that, right? All created by us with our technologies. It acts as a mechanism that self-regulates, and all that, because it's an energy state, that reading is fed to the system, and the network of essentially self-regulates that, and it recalibrates it, and it has this continuous state, which is what we call nature. This is life state that is constantly upgrading and self-regulating and maintaining itself, regenerating. It's all the computers on the systems that we have beneath the surface that is running that. But on the surface, it looks like natural. And because it's currently on a kind of like a dormant state, it's just keeping what you see. But these, with our technologies, we can just reshape these. If we want it, we can just essentially start from scratch, and we can have everything have it in a natural state. And because we control all the elements and all the minerals, everything that you see, that's what we call pollution, it just goes away. And we recreate everything. A healing process of sorts. And everything can be manifested at will. So there's no issues. There's no issues at all. We don't really have a problem as a planet, as a species. We don't. So these can just be modified immediately, and we can reshape it and make it look exactly as we want at will. This is something that can be done, right? Because this is a species that we are. But at the moment, this is the way it looks, because there's a purpose and a reason as to why it looks like this, because we did it on purpose, and this is exactly the design that we want it to be, because we're the creators and we know what we're doing. So that's essentially what it is. So if you understand this, then that means that with our technologies, we can do anything that we want. And in the next video, I'll walk you through exactly how is it that we do it and the devices that we use to get it done.